Okay, so this is bond valuation. So let's say this one, your company, macam tadi tu, company needs 20 million. So the company can go through equity. Kalau equity ada dua, the company can issue preferred stock or common stock. Okay, or the company can go to the debt, which is the company can issue bond. So you need to know the cost of each of these instrument. Okay, so the cost of preferred stock, these are the formula: dividend over market price less flotation cost. FC refer to the flotation cost. FC adalah flotation cost. What you mean by flotation cost? Flotation cost adalah issuing cost. Okay, cost untuk issue paper tu berapa? That is the flotation cost. Okay, and then MP. MP refer to the market price. MP, this is the market price. This flotation cost. Okay. Lepas tu D here, D refer to the dividend. Okay. So for the dividend, macam saya kata tadi, dividend ni macam mana you nak tahu dividend ni dia, you nak dapatkan dividend? Okay. So the dividend you boleh dapat, katalah dia bagi dekat you, okay, the company will pay 5% dividend to their preferred shareholder. So nak masukkan dalam formula ni, D dalam ni kena dalam bentuk RM. Okay, so formula kita KPS, K stand for the cost of preferred stock, dividend over MP less flotation cost. So dia kata kat situ dividend is 5%. Okay, so 5% here ni you kena dapatkan 5% kali dengan par value. Par value dia berapa? 100. Okay, so dividend you akan dapat RM RM5. Okay, flotation cost ni pula. Kadang-kadang dalam soalan, dia ada bagi you amount of flotation cost. Kalau dia bagi you flotation cost, dia kata okay, let's say flotation cost is RM RM3. Okay, tak apalah, you letak je 3 dekat sini. Letak je 3 dekat situ. Okay. Tapi ada few question, okay, dia bagi flotation cost ni in the form of percentage. Let's say dia kata flotation cost is 2% from its market price. From market price. Kalau dia kata 2% from market price, so in order to get flotation cost, you ambil je 2% which is 0.02 kali dengan market price dia lah berapa. Okay, kadang-kadang dia akan kata flotation cost is 2% from the par value. You tengok, 2% daripada par value ataupun 2% from the market price. Kalau dia kata 2% from the par value, so in order to get flotation cost, 2% which is 0.02 kali dengan par value. Par value dia berapa? RM100. Okay, so ini adalah untuk cost for preferred stock. Okay, so then all together you need times with 100 lah. Dah dapat tu semua kali dengan 100. Okay, so cost of common stock. cost of common stock, formula kita adalah D1 over MP less FC plus G. So you have D1 here and also G. So what it mean by D1? So how to get D1? D1 you can get it from DO times 1 plus G. So what is the difference between D1 and DO? Okay, so D1, this is refer to the unpaid dividend. Any unpaid dividend. DO refer to the paid dividend. Dividen yang telah dibayar. D1 dividen yang belum dibayar. Okay, so for example, baru sekejap tadi, okay, company Nestle lah kata, okay, Nestle recently had paid dividend to the shareholders on 3rd January 2022 with the dividend per share, ni dia bayar pukul berapa? Dia bayar pukul 2.30 PM. Okay, with the dividend per share 20 cent per share. So, 20 sen ni sekarang refer to the D1 or DO? To this 20 cent, D1 or DO? Anyone can try? %20 ni D1 ke DO? Okay, again, D1 ni adalah dividen yang belum dibayar. DO, dividen yang telah dibayar. Bila kita you as a company, you issue share, okay, you akan bayar dividen to your shareholder. Okay, so formula to calculate cost of common share, our formula is D1 over MP less FC altogether plus with G. Okay, so D1, you dapat D1 daripada DO times 1 plus G. Okay, so D1 ni apa? D1 adalah dividen yang tak dibayar. DO dividen yang dibayar. So now I want you to differentiate between D1 and DO. So katalah baru sekejap tadi pukul 2.30 petang, Nestle baru bayar dividen 20 sen kepada shareholder dia. So that 20 sen refer to DO ke ataupun D1?
DO.
DO.
Yes, DO. 20 sen itu adalah DO. Okay, so DO refer to any paid dividend. Okay, another example. So katalah tahun 2018, okay, KLK Kepong make an announcement that he will pay dividend, the company will pay dividend to their shareholder on February 2022 with the dividend per share 20 sen for each unit. Dia buat announcement pada tahun 2018. That dividend will be paid on 1st February 2022 sebanyak 20 sen untuk setiap satu unit share. So, based on that example, KLK punya contoh 20 sen itu adalah D1 ataupun D0.
D1.
D1. Sebab apa D1?
Tak bayar lagi.
Dia tak bayar lagi. Even though the announcement had been made pada tahun 2018 lagi, 3 tahun lepas lagi, company dah buat announcement dah dia nak bayar. Tapi isunya adalah dia dah bayar ke belum? Belum bayar. Bila belum bayar itu adalah D1. Okay, so you kena identify either the information, the dividend information is based on DO or D1. Okay, then barulah you boleh tengok ni lah. Kalau D1 ni, ingat D1, what I mean by D1? D1 refer to unpaid dividend. DO, dividend yang dah dibayar. Okay, now we go to the G. G here refer to the dividend growth. Okay, ini adalah dividend. D stand for dividend. Growth in terms of percentage lah. Okay, so what I mean by dividend growth? So normally lah, selalunya kita expect company akan selalu ada peningkatan dalam dia punya dividend. Okay, there should be a growing in the dividend payment. Okay, let's say 2018 bagi 10 sen. 2019 kita expect dia akan bagi 11 sen. 2020 bagi 15 sen. 2021 bagi 18 sen. So we predict that year 2020 dia akan bagi 20 sen. So that refer to the growth in the dividend. Okay, in theory we predict like that, which is the dividend continuously have the growth for the payment. Okay, so G refer to dividend growth dalam bentuk percentage. Okay, katalah dia bagi dividend growth is 5%. So 5% adalah 0.05 lah, macam tu. Okay, so itu dah habis untuk common stock. Now we go to the bond. Okay, untuk bond, okay, you tengok bond ni, tengok dekat kita punya income statement dulu. Okay, this one. Okay, so for the bond here, you tengok bond mula-mula bagi, bila dapat income, EBIT, bagi apa orang kata, bayar dulu kan interest dekat bond. Lepas tu kita akan dapat tax, tolak dengan tax. So ada cerita dia adalah kalau company tu ada hutang, okay, lagi tinggi company punya hutang, lagi rendahlah company bayar tax. Okay, this is what we call as the tax benefit. Mendapat keuntungan pengurangan tax bila company ada hutang. Okay, so that's why for the bond, cost of bond, you need to consider after tax cost of bond. So after tax cost of bond, formula kita adalah KD. So which one is KD? This one. Okay. So ini adalah formula KD. KD stand for cost of bond before tax. Okay, so cost of bond after tax is KD times 1 less T. T refer to the tax. Okay, tax berapa persen? Kalau 10%, 10%, 0.1. Kalau 5%, 5% lah. So this the formula for cost of bond after tax. So you tengok KD. How to get KD? KD you dapat daripada C, coupon, plus PV less MP less FC over N. Okay, all together PV plus MP less FC bahagi dengan 2. Okay, semua sekali kan dengan 100. Okay, sekejap ni. Okay, you tengok sini formula dia. Okay, so C here is the coupon. So coupon you nak dapat daripada mana? Okay, ini kalau dulu you ada belajar kan, siapa yang ada ambil business atau banking dulu, kita kadang-kadang kita akan sebut RD or KD ataupun it also refer to the YTM. YTM refer to the yield to maturity. Okay, dia punya income kita akan dapat at the end of the bond life, yield to maturity. So coupon ni you akan dapat daripada mana? So coupon you akan dapat, contohnya dia kata coupon is 10%. Okay, so coupon 10%, so C dekat sini you akan dapat daripada 10% kali dengan par value yang ni ada dituliskan. Okay, 10% kali dengan par value, which is par value of the bond is 1,000. Okay, PV is 1,000 lah. PV stand for present value. MP is the market price. Okay, so few tips for the market price. Okay, kalau dia kata MP is currently selling at 20% discount. Okay, kalau dalam soalan dia kata MP is currently trading 20% discount, so that means the current market price here adalah RM800. Dia discount ni, discount daripada apa? Kalau MP discount, maksudnya dia kurang daripada par value. Okay. Kalau this is for discount. Okay. Kalau dia barter pula, contoh ni lagi, dia bagi dekat you situ, dia kata MP is currently trading 20% premium. 20% premium, that means market price is greater than par value. So this is for premium. Okay, so you can tengok kalau premium maksudnya 20% lebih daripada par value 1,000. So MP kita akan dapat berapa? 1.2 times with 1,000. 1,000 is the par value. 1.2 ni apa dia? 100% tambah dengan 20%. Bahagi dengan 100 lah. So that's why you dapat 1.2. Yang ni pula how you get 800 based on this information. MP is selling 20% discount. So you ambil 100 tolak dengan 20. Okay, kali dengan par value 1,000. Okay, macam tu. Ataupun dengan senangnya 0.8. Ni 100 ni 100%. 20 ni 20%. So you kena kali bahagi dengan 100. That's why you will get 0.8. 0.8 kali dengan par value. Par value is 1,000. Okay. So yang tu dia untuk cost of bond after tax. Okay. So yang ni dekat sini you tengok ada tulis dekat situ. C, how to get daripada percentage of C kali dengan par value. If C, dia ada mention pula. C dia bagi, if C is paid based on the semi-annually, so C dekat sini kena bahagi dengan 2, N kali dengan 2. So maknanya kalau dalam soalan tu kata, okay, the coupon is paid based on the semi-annual basis. Maksudnya setahun dia bayar 2 kali. Okay. So dekat sini C you kena bahagi dengan 2. Okay. N dekat sini kena kali dengan 2. Macam tu. Then after you get KD, cost of bond, you akan kena cari cost of bond after tax. Why we need to consider cost of bond after tax? Okay, because one of the advantage of having debt, you akan dapat pengurangan tax di sini. Okay, so itu adalah cost of bond.